Hello internet and people of YouTube, my name is Troy Busch and I sell boats for PETZOLD'S Marine Center. This video will be a walkthrough of a brokerage boat that I have. It is a 2022 Sea Ray 320 Sundancer. Has twin 350 Mercuries in the back. It's located here in South Norwalk. So let's get this boat uncovered and start our tour. The boat's all uncovered, so let's get started. Once again, and back, twin Mercury Verado 350s. This boat has right around 205, 210 hours on it. I don't have the exact number, I don't have the keys for the boat at the moment, but I believe it's somewhere in that ballpark. You'll see the lower units and the skegs look very good on this boat. Approaching the starboard side, we have our dive ladder down low and our sea deck swim mat on our transom swim platform area. Dead center in the transom, you have really big storage. See, we have a hose there now, but gas piston assist and a lot of storage. Going to the port side is where all your hookups are for your shore power, your fresh water, as well as your battery switches. Making our way into the cockpit, you can see today's a very sunny day. It's about 83 degrees out, so I went ahead and deployed the automatic shade, which they call a sure shade, so you get a really good amount of coverage, actually past the back of the transom here. So into the middle of the swim platform, really good shade coverage here. Stepping on the boat, making your way forward, you'll see we have a walk-through transom door. Directly to the right will be your freshwater shower, as well as a remote here for the Fusion stereo. Making our way forward. On this starboard side, we have a wet bar area, so you have your sink, as well as a grill. Right underneath will be your refrigerator. And then next to it is a pull-out trash can. Facing the transom, you'll see we have a very large table here for entertaining, which is nice. Also, on this starboard side, you'll see two switches. One says shade and one says hatch. When you hit the shade button, obviously that controls the sure shade above me, but the hatch button is to open up to where the engines would be if this boat was a inboard outboard. So let me hit that button and show you guys what we got going on. Now that we have the bilge access opened up here, you can see that Sea Ray did a great job. Even with sound dampening here, you have a ton of storage. You look underneath this cockpit table, you'll see all these snaps, and that's so you can drop this table down into the grooves where the seats are here, and then simply install these filler cushions, which are right here, to make it a large sun pad area. Really nice job down here, very clean. You have your batteries here on your port side. You have a Westerbeek generator as well on this boat. It has 11.1 hours, I just checked. And then opposite side is another battery and more spots for storage. Right here in the center, looks like battery chargers to me. So Sea Ray did a very nice job with this service area. It's not really an engine room. I guess it does hold the generator, but once again, utilize space very well, so this boat definitely has more than enough storage. Staying on the topic of storage and staying in the cockpit, I want to show off a little bit with this upholstery. So once again, all the seats here look very nice. This boat looks practically new. But underneath the aft bench seat here, that will be a dedicated spot for a cooler. Directly to the right of that will be storage where he keeps his life vest. There we go. And then continuing forward, we have even more storage. And then this port side bench seat, repeating theme. I'm sure you're tired of me saying it already, but once again, even more storage. I believe this backrest too opens up for a little secret compartment. So kudos to Sea Ray. They did a great job utilizing all your seating here for storage. Make your way forward a little bit. This seat here can slide fore and aft. So if you want to face forward while you're underway, you certainly can. And then if you want to slide it aft to entertain, you can do that as well. I'm gonna get all these seats back together and I will continue the tour. Okay, seats are all back. Very easy to do with two hands, not as easy with one hand when you're trying to hold the camera. Another feature I want to point out here in the cockpit is you'll see we have a Dometic air conditioner display here. So it is climate controlled up here in the cockpit area, which is very nice. Right behind the helm seat is this another jump seat, and you guessed it, more storage. That's actually the lid for your grill right there, and then some breakers underneath. Right above me is a very large sunroof, and all you have to do is simply undo the latch, which I already did, and slide back. And now your inside is outside and your outside is inside. Let me turn over here to give you a better look at that. Very cool. You know what? I like the fact that it's manual. I know a lot of brands have electric ones, but you know, I feel like this is a lot harder to break than the electric ones. So that's a very nice feature. Making our way to the helm, you have all the gizmos and gadgets that you could ever want. Starting here at the helm seats, double wide, and with flip down bolsters on both seats here, as you can see. So that works. Sitting at the helm, and your right hand, you'll have your throttle and controls here. Right behind it will be your joystick that has autopilot and skyhook as well. Facing the screens here, as you know, Simrad and Sea Ray go hand in hand together. So you have two large Simrad screens. This boat has Simrad radar as well. To the right hand side, we have our spotlight, all of our switches here, as well as our Lenco trim tabs. By my right knee is our Simrad VHF. And the opposite side is some more switching as well as a Fusion stereo. Making our way to the bow. Once again, more storage. Get this opened up. So more storage here on the side. Very, very smart by Sea Ray. Any dead space that they could put a cabinet, they certainly did. So what a great design for them. Going forward towards the bow, you do have a bow walk-through door here, as well as a windshield that can close off for the elements. Port side, big storage underneath, and then forward in the bow here is a nice big sun pad. So this boat kind of gives you the best of both worlds. We'll see the cabin next, but you know, it's kind of like a big bow rider that you can also sleep on, which is really, really neat. Going forward, you'll see the spotlight there, and storage / anchor locker here. Same thing with right next to it. This will be your windlass with controls. So you have controls at the helm and also controls here at the bow. And they made it a split bow rail, so it's easier to get on and off the boat from the bow. Very nice and large lounger. Armrest built in, Fusion stereo, cup holders, speakers throughout, and here's a look aft of the boat. Let's check out the cabin. Making our way into the cabin, you have 3 short steps, and we have landed. You can see forward, a nice V-berth area and a very large table. Right next to it, I dug out the filler cushion, so this table can get dropped down to fill the center area, and then that cushion will go on top, so you can have a very large V-berth for sleeping. Down here as well, on this starboard side, we have another Simrad VHF. You air conditioner control, Fusion stereo control down here, and here's your panel with all your breakers. Nice big hull side windows, letting a lot of natural light in, and also C-Ray did a great job with the LEDs. Downstairs we have a refrigerator, a microwave, and you guessed it, even more storage. Also underneath all these seats, you will have storage. Across from the galley area will be the head. As you can see, nice and bright. Porcelain flush, freshwater flush head. And you'll see this wand here is for your shower, and you can hook that right here on the wall. Right there. Going to the aft berth of the boat. Nice job with the lighting again. And I have it configured right now to have it be two separate berths, somewhere around twin size, I would guess. But I will show you if I just slide this seat out right here. And fill in the side cushions, it will be at least the size of a king, maybe even bigger. So let me do that now. Okay, I added the cushions for the filler here. And once again, this is at least a king, maybe it's even larger. This I'm gonna call it rosewood. It's like a dark cherry color. Looks very nice. So you have a small locker there. Storage, sliding storage on both sides. And of course, a privacy curtain for when you're spending the night. That will do it for this tour. Thank you so much for joining me. This boat is very well optioned, and on the listing I do have every single option that was selected. So if you have some interest, check out the listing in the description below, and I will see you guys next time.